My name is Sarah, and I am 19 years old. This story is not easy to tell. It is strange, confusing, and sometimes I feel ashamed of it. But it is my truth. Everything began when my mom started dating again. My parents divorced when I was 12. After the divorce, my mom was always busy with work. She raised me alone, and she hardly had time for herself. For many years, I never saw her go on dates. She would say, "Men are trouble, Sarah. I have you, and that's enough for me." But things changed when she met Daniel. Daniel was different from the men I had seen before. He was tall, handsome, and had kind brown eyes. He was 10 years younger than my mom, only 34. He was funny, confident, and very charming. The first time my mom introduced him, I was shocked. "Sarah," she said with a shy smile, "this is Daniel, my boyfriend." My mouth almost dropped open. Boyfriend? I had never heard my mom use that word since the divorce. Daniel reached out his hand. "Nice to meet you, Sarah. Your mom has told me so much about you." I shook his hand, and for some reason, my heart beat a little faster. At first, I didn't like the idea of my mom dating. It felt strange. I was used to being the only important person in her life. But Daniel quickly became a regular visitor at our house. He brought flowers for my mom, helped her fix small things, and sometimes even cooked dinner. One evening, we were sitting at the table. Daniel had made pasta. My mom went to the kitchen to get dessert, and Daniel looked at me and smiled. "So, Sarah," he asked, "what do you want to do after college?" I shrugged. "I'm not sure yet. Maybe writing. Maybe art. I don't know." "You should try writing," he said. "You have this thoughtful way of speaking. I think you'd be good at telling stories." No one had ever told me something like that before. My cheeks grew warm, and I smiled back. That night, I lay in bed thinking about his words. I should not have cared so much, but I did. Weeks passed, and Daniel was around more often. Sometimes my mom would ask him to drive me to college if she was working late. During those car rides, we talked. He told me about his dreams, how he wanted to start his own business one day. He listened when I spoke about my classes, my favorite books, my fears about the future. He didn't treat me like a child. He treated me like someone important. Slowly, I started waiting for those car rides. I wanted to see him. I wanted to hear his voice. And that scared me. Because he was my mom's boyfriend. One rainy evening, my mom was working late. Daniel came over with pizza so I wouldn't have to eat alone. We sat on the couch, eating and laughing at a silly movie. When the movie ended, there was silence. I looked at him, and he was already looking at me. For a long moment, neither of us spoke. The sound of the rain filled the room. My heart beat so loudly I thought he could hear it. Then he whispered, "Sarah, you're amazing. You know that?" I didn't know what to say. I only nodded. Before I understood what was happening, he leaned closer. His hand brushed against mine. My breath caught. And then, he kissed me. It was soft, careful, almost like he was afraid. But it sent shockwaves through my body. I pulled away, my face red, my voice shaking. "Daniel, this is wrong. You're with my mom." He looked down, guilt in his eyes. "I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me." We sat in silence after that. I couldn't look at him. I felt both excited and ashamed at the same time. After that night, I tried to avoid him. But avoiding him was impossible because he kept coming to see my mom. Every time he walked into the room, I felt my stomach twist. Every time he looked at me, I felt that spark again. I hated myself for it. I loved my mom. She was my world. How could I feel this way about her boyfriend? But feelings are not always under our control. One afternoon, I came home early from college. My mom wasn't back yet. Daniel was in the living room, reading a book. He looked up, surprised. "Hey," he said softly. I wanted to run upstairs, but I didn't. Instead, I sat down across from him. For a moment, we just stared at each other. Then he whispered, "I can't stop thinking about that night." My heart raced. "Daniel, don't." But before I could finish, he was beside me. His lips were on mine again, stronger this time, filled with emotion. And I kissed him back. A dangerous secret. That kiss started something dangerous. From then on, Daniel and I shared secret glances when my mom wasn't looking. We found excuses to be alone, even for just a few minutes. Each time, we crossed the line a little more. I felt alive, thrilled, but also terrified. Every night, I lay awake, guilt eating at me. I was betraying the person who loved me most, my mom. But I couldn't stop. My heart was tangled in feelings I didn't understand. One night, while washing dishes, my mom looked at me strangely. "You and Daniel seem close," she said slowly. My heart jumped. "What do you mean?" She shrugged. "He likes talking to you. You laugh at his jokes more than I do." She smiled, but I could see something in her eyes, curiosity, maybe even doubt. I forced a laugh. "It's nothing, Mom. He's just nice." She nodded, but I knew she wasn't completely convinced. That night, I promised myself I would end it. I would stop before things went too far. But promises are easy to make, and hard to keep. Days turned into weeks. Every time Daniel came over, my heart went wild. I told myself, "Stop this. He belongs to Mom." But the more I resisted, the more I wanted him. One Saturday afternoon, my mom asked Daniel to help her move some boxes from the garage. I followed them to bring water. At one point, she left to take a phone call, and suddenly it was just Daniel and me in the quiet garage. He leaned closer, his voice barely a whisper. "I miss you." Those words melted me. I felt weak. Before I could think, his arms were around me, and I kissed him like I had been starving for him. We broke apart when we heard my mom's footsteps. My chest was pounding so hard I thought she would hear it. I realized then, we were not just sharing stolen kisses. We were living a dangerous secret. At night, I would lie in bed staring at the ceiling. I loved my mom more than anyone in this world. She had worked 2 jobs to raise me, given me everything. And yet, here I was, betraying her trust. But then, I thought about Daniel's eyes, the way he made me feel understood, special, alive. Was it love? Or just a forbidden crush? I didn't know. One evening, I finally asked him, "Daniel, what are we doing? This isn't right." He sighed deeply. "I know, Sarah. I never planned for this. But I can't control how I feel about you." My heart skipped. He feels the same. But his words also cut me. Because every feeling we shared was built on lies. Lies to my mom. Lies to ourselves. One Friday, Mom invited Daniel to stay for dinner. She was in the kitchen, cooking her favorite stew. Daniel and I were setting the table. While placing the plates, our hands brushed. It was a small touch, but it lingered a second too long. When I looked up, my mom was standing in the doorway, her eyes sharp. "Is everything okay here?" she asked. My throat went dry. "Yeah, Mom. Just setting the table." Daniel forced a smile. "All good." She didn't say anything more, but the suspicion in her gaze made my stomach twist. That night, I hardly slept. I knew if my mom discovered the truth, her heart would shatter. And so would mine. After that evening, I tried to create distance. I avoided being alone with Daniel. I gave short answers, stayed busy with schoolwork. But distance only made the longing stronger. One afternoon, while Mom was at work, Daniel texted me. "Can I see you? Just for a little while?" I stared at the message, torn. My brain screamed no, but my heart whispered yes. I agreed. We met at a small coffee shop in another part of town. Sitting across from him, I realized how dangerous this was. Anyone could see us. But in that little corner, sipping coffee and laughing at silly stories, it felt like we were in our own world. When he reached for my hand under the table, I didn't pull away. Secrets are heavy, and heavy things eventually fall. One Sunday morning, while folding laundry, Mom said casually, "Daniel mentioned you like the same books as him. He talks about you a lot." I froze. Really? Yes, she said, her tone light, but her eyes searching mine. Sometimes I wonder if he likes spending time with you more than with me. My heart dropped. I forced a laugh, but it sounded fake. Don't be silly, Mom. She shrugged, but I could feel her suspicion growing like a shadow in the room. The final straw came on a stormy evening. My mom was working late, and Daniel came to drop off groceries she had ordered. The power went out because of the storm. The house was dark and quiet. Daniel lit a candle and placed it on the table. The flickering light made everything feel different, almost magical. He looked at me with an intensity one couldn't escape. "Sarah, I can't keep pretending. I want to be with you." I shook my head, tears filling my eyes. "But what about Mom? She loves you." His face twisted with pain. "I know. And that's why this is so wrong. But my heart, it belongs to you." I should have stopped him. I should have ended it right there. But instead, I let him kiss me again, a kiss full of fire and desperation. And that was the night my mom walked in early. I will never forget her face. The shock. The betrayal. The way the candlelight flickered in her wide eyes. "Sarah?" Her voice cracked. "Daniel?" I pulled away instantly, my whole body shaking. "Mom, it's not what you think." But it was exactly what she thought. Daniel tried to speak, but she raised her hand. "Don't. Just don't." Tears ran down her cheeks. "How could you both do this to me? You, my daughter. And you, someone I trusted." I reached for her, crying, "Mom, please, I didn't mean." She stepped back, her voice breaking. "Enough. Both of you, out of my sight." Aftermath. Daniel left that night. My mom didn't speak to me for days. The silence in the house was worse than any shouting. I cried every night, hating myself for what I had done. I had hurt the one person who had always been there for me. Daniel tried calling me, but I ignored him. I knew I had to choose, and I chose my mom. One evening, I knocked on her bedroom door. My voice trembled. "Mom, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I let it happen. I don't want to lose you." For a long time, she said nothing. Then she whispered, "You broke my heart, Sarah. But you're my daughter. I will never stop loving you. It will take time, but maybe we can heal." Daniel disappeared from our lives after that. He stopped calling, stopped visiting. My mom and I slowly rebuilt our bond. It wasn't easy. Trust is hard to fix once it's broken. But we learned something important: love is not just about romance. Sometimes, it's about loyalty. Sometimes, it's about choosing the people who stood by you from the beginning. As for me, I still don't know if what I felt for Daniel was love or just desire mixed with loneliness. But I do know one thing. I will never let a secret like that destroy my family again. Because love built on betrayal is not love at all.